little bit of a special episode. So we're going to call this one Juice and Reviews. Yeah. So, you know what it is. It's your man's Critique.
Watch your mouth.
Your boy T-Roy.
Dope.
And your boy Mugu with a very, very, very special guest. Miss ZURI. Yeah. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
So now we have a special movie we picked today. What do you think that movie is?
BREAKIN.
BREAKIN 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Okay.
Yeah, BREAKIN 2 Electric Boogaloo. So I'm going to just put it over here with my boy T-Roy and Miss ZURI, and we're going to let them start it off with today.
Okay.
True.
So, this is the sequel to BREAKIN. It came out right after. And this was actually Critique's pick. Critique picked this with him and ZURI, concocted the plan to come together and do this for us. So, you know, this is my baby. So me and her, we watched this movie 300 million times. I've seen it 3 million times growing up as a kid, and I'm sure these cats did too. So, you know, we're just gonna let ZURI, you know, what you think about this movie? How you feel about it?
Really good.
Okay. Now, tell everybody the plan that you and Critique had to do this, and give it to him. So you want him to talk about it.
So, when he came over, when we did the last episode, after we were done doing it, we saw them. We have a TV in our basement, so we were like, oh, maybe we could do that one. And then a couple weeks later, he said I could come into the show.
Okay.
Yes, I sure did.
Okay.
So, yes, just like Miss Queen ZURI said, we were talking about my pick, and I was just storming over some ideas. And BREAKIN 2 came out, and I decided to do it because Queen ZURI was excited about it, and I wanted her to be my guest. So I'll start it off like T-Roy said, Electric Boogaloo, BREAKIN 2, another 1984 movie. You hear me say about 1984, it was a good year for movies. Mm-hmm. I was 11. Breakdancing movie came out around the same time. Movies like Beat Street. It was another breakdancing movie that I cannot remember the name because it came in. Oh no, it was around Crush Groove time as well. And then there was another breaking movie that somehow got lost in the dust.
What was that rapping movie with Mario Van Peebles?
Rapping.
I hated that movie.
That's what it was. Rapping. It was trash. But it was okay because Van Peebles get my respect. You know what I'm saying? He was just starting out, and you know, he come from a line of movie makers. 1984, BREAKIN 2 Electric Boogaloo stars Michael Chambers. His street name is Boogaloo Shrimp. And this is real talk. Like they gangsters and legends. And then also stars Ozone. Well, Michael Chambers' name is Turbo. Then also stars Ozone. His name is Shabadoo. Let's just say Shabadoo. Keone. There you go. Mugu got the tongue for it. One thing about Quinone is he started out in a dancing group like in the 70s. You know, made appearances on Soul Train. I don't think this was a real show, but it's equivalent to a show like That's My Mama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was that a real show?
I think it was. They might have had a pilot and probably didn't like. It might have some episodes didn't really go too far.
Okay, because you know where I got it from. I got it from Coming to America. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So but I was thinking of what's happening and around that time. So and it was also who's your boy from What's Happening? Rerun was also in the group for a little bit. Yeah. So BREAKIN 2 Electric Boogaloo is Of course, as if you've watched our reviews, it's very hard to match an original like part one of a classic. It came close. And the acting in this one was much laid back, just as much as the first one. But the first one was original. It was the first thing that came out, and it tore everybody down. Like I said, I was 11 to 12. I was breakdancing. You know, they were still in the cradle. My name was Spider. I was in the crew called the Breakers, and we used to from 7 Mile to Southfield all the way down to Joy Road. So this movie was very influential. As I look back on it, I'm gonna let the guys give their review, and I want to come back to some scenes that I just laugh at now. But as far as you got to go back to 1984. In 1984, this movie was groundbreaking. You've never seen so many African Americans in like a street movie, and then you had the Caucasians were co-stars at the time. Lucinda Dickey. I think she was the only. Oh, and a couple of others.
Yeah, she was like
the clown. Yeah, the clown. Like he made me laugh. Back in 1984. Yeah. But when it came out, it was very influential. It expanded the knowledge to the world of breaking and hip hop expression. How we express ourselves through music and dance. Going back to 1984, I give this movie 3/4 of a cup.
Okay.
We were not. Now, after they review, we're going to come back and make the joke. But we were not that in tune to the script, the location. You saying you got people all in the key grip. They in the movie, trying to hold up the microphone all puffy and stuff. But he'll still get 3/4 of a cup because after watching this movie, such as Crush Groove, Breaking One, everybody went out and got that cardboard, that wood panel, and started doing their moves because suckers needed to be served. 3/4 of a cup. 3/4 of a cup.
Yep. So again, 84, 76. I might 4, 5, 6 maybe.
Breaking
when this came out. So the first one. This was huge for me because I was getting off into the hip hop culture for the most part. Like I was beatboxing. I had a lot of different. We had a lot of different crews around my neighborhood that was rapping. They was beatboxing. They were breaking. I knew very few graffiti artists, but I knew some of them, and they were around. They put stuff up on buildings. It was stuff going on. This right here, watching this, seeing that Hollywood was like jumping on to the hip hop culture or urban, jumping on more urban things, which similar to like the black exploitation era. Similar to that, it's like, wow, just the hottest thing, let's jump on it. That's why you've seen so many movies, rapping, you see the budgets come out for them. But again, once again, the original, like you say, you just can't beat the original. And I like what they went, where they went with this, with part 2, whereas now it's more of a corporation trying to destroy it, making it view like it's destroying the community.
Fighting the man.
And fighting, adding that into it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of kids like this movie because it was how free everybody was. Like it wasn't, they weren't really talking about school too much. You know what I'm saying? It was just, dancing and being out and having fun. And pretty much like in this movie, every time you turn around, it's a song. You know what I'm saying? And a dance. So, and it was kind of, like I say, this was teaching people or showing people about the hip hop culture and stuff. So, I mean, even back then, I thought it was, the best thing since sliced bread. So, I would have, if I had to go back then, I'd probably still give it a full cup. Just loving the characters, the moves, watching, how you do it. If you was in the culture, you was breakdancing and you was waiting for people to they refrigerator boxes. You was waiting for them to put them out.
Right.
So you could go cut them boys and get it going. Get your duct tape out and put them down. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So all of these things bring back, nothing but the nostalgia of that. And then, like I said, later on, this spurred me on to be an MC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't take this was a traditional route. First time you seeing it, oh man, this is sweet. And then you start practicing it, and then you turn and love it. And then you just gotta turn it up after that. So yeah, I have to give it a full cup. And I'm gonna pass that on to my friend Zuri and let her tell us about, what she like about this movie.
Yeah, go for
So
it.
the first, I don't even remember when I first watched it. I was like, ooh, I don't remember, but I know it was really funny. And every time he started breakdancing, I was like, get on the floor, get on the floor. I was like, and then my dad watched me, and then I started breakdancing every time I watched it. And the first, when I watched it, it blew my mind because I didn't really like the first one.
Okay.
Out the mouths of babes.
So what's your favorite part? What's one of your favorite parts?
So my favorite part was when they got miracles back, because when the guy tried to turn it into a supermarket, and then they raised all the money to get it.
That was a good part. That was a good part. Tell me something. If Ozone and Turbo was to dance against each other, who you think would win?
Turbo.
Turbo? He would. Give me some. He would.
Yeah, he had more groundwork. He
Yeah.
used to get on the ground more.
And, yeah, he had scheme and style.
Ozone was like just locking, like he was a locker, like
That
straight
was,
locking.
Yep, straight up locking. I think he was more so like, he came off like the teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm teaching y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the first dance battle they had when they went into the area in this movie where they they go with they meet with the crew and they got their people the music start, they standing on the cars.
Bomb. Bomb. Yeah. That's the first time y'all heard Didn't Die. Man, listen here, and you still hear it now.
Yeah, that's a staple.
Did you like the music in the movie too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's your favorite song in the movie?
That's a good one.
Dandada, okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it has.
And the first part of the movie, when the song came on, that was my favorite part.
Okay.
Like
Like the main song of the movie? Okay.
I believe in the beat.
Yeah, that's the one they played.
I believe in the way I feel. Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
get pulled away. Tell me this, Zuri. Remember when they had the battle? Muga was just talking about the battle when they threw the spray can in the miracles. You know who Kelly is, right? And what was Electro Rock's girl? Who you think would win if they like went 1-on-1?
Wow.
Kelly, you think Kelly will win?
Oh,
no, I think I gotta give you.
No, that's the same girl Kelly went against in the first
In the
movie.
first one too. When they brought her out. Well,
She told him up the first time.
Boy.
You know what? I can see your point though. I can see your point. I can see, the style of dancing. The style of dancing was different. She might have executed moves a certain way.
She improved a lot.
See,
Okay,
from the
and
first one to the second.
You're right, she did. She
She
did.
actually moonwalked.
She
I remember
was-
it's one part in the beginning when they first went to Miracles when she started hanging with Turbo and Ozone again. She like moonwalked out of the blue. I was like, Kelly just moonwalked.
And nobody saw it.
Easily too. It faded away too.
And nobody saw it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you had to see the movie like 3 times to notice Kelly moonwalk.
Right.
Like she moonwalked in the club. When she paid to get in, she was moonwalking.
Right.
That's what it seemed like. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
T-Ray, what you got?
So yeah, like I didn't see like we watched this. Me and her watched this at least once a week. I grew up watching it. I don't know. I used to put this one over the first one, and I don't know. It's kind of border. It depends on how I'm feeling, what day of the week it is. But I'm gonna get this a full cup. They try to tell a little bit more of a story. It's you know, if you looking at it from an 80s lens, it's still, you know,
Right.
Looking at it today, it's a little corny.
Yes.
But that's cool. Like back then, it was the coolest thing. Sliced bread.
Yeah.
Made me want to try and break dance. Had to see if I can climb up the ceiling. Yeah, I'm gonna give it it gets a full cup. Full cup.
Zuri, did we get your rating?
Yeah, you gotta let us know.
Yeah, you didn't get your rating of juice. Juice and reviews, baby.
Yep. So
Full cup.
Full
cup.
cup. All right.
Full cup.
what type of juice you
What
like?
kind of juice?
Fruit punch.
Fruit punch.
Full cup of fruit punch.
Fruit
Man.
punch. And you know it's always a tie. What go first, fruit punch or red? Red is a flavor.
Right.
Red is a flavor in the black community.
And purple.
Yeah.
Purple. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and purple is too. That's a flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're gonna come back. I'm just gonna run through this, and I had to jot it down because it's so many. I only jotted down a couple. As T-Roy was just talking about, you look through it through an 80, 84 lens. It's dope. Ain't nobody paying attention to the grammar, to the, you know what I'm saying, to where it's cut wrong. Well, not back then. We are now, and I'm just gonna run around, and I'm just gonna run through a couple. Okay, when they right before they throw the spray can through the window at Miracles, and Ozone's old girlfriend is helping him with the cardboard, and she says, "It's really nice working with you again, Ozone." And he said, "Yeah, it is."
Yeah, it just was real blah, like how he said it.
He was like, "Yeah, it would be. Yeah, if I was you, it would be nice working with me too." How about when they chased them to the underground?
It was like
the
the
overpass? Yeah. You ever realize that when two crews had a battle, they already had a routine ready for it? Like, if they throw a spray can through the window and we got to chase them through the other, this the routine we're going to do. They had a whole routine, like the routine was just like, it was where everybody was supposed to be. Now, back then, we was like, oh yeah, he about to get him. And they started, that was the fight. That was the hip hop culture. That's where it was supposed to stay. Now, you got,
Boy.
Yeah, that's where it was supposed to stay with dancing. Especially like this little move right here when you went down and you swung over.
Yeah.
That's unexplainable. Now, I want to ask T-Roy, Zuri, and Mugu this question. Y'all see what Turbo and Ozone stayed, right? You know they stayed in that.
Yeah, they stayed in Miracles. They had a room in there.
Huh?
No, they had a room in Miracles.
It was like a
Or you talking about
garage.
the other
It
It was a garage,
Okay,
yeah. You saw one bed in there. It was a twin-size bed. Who slept in the bed and who slept on the floor or somewhere else?
Turbo slept on the floor and Ozone
Probably
slept
so.
in the bed.
Okay.
Because he was a teacher, right?
It was a teacher.
That's how I would say it.
Yeah.
Kids
Yeah, how
sleep
you
on the
gonna
floor.
put Turbo on the floor when you put that?
I mean, I don't think, if it came down to it, Ozone probably was the big dog.
Okay, since he was the oldest. Okay, okay. Turbo stuntman. When he
I
took
was
the
gonna
money.
mention- Me and Zuri laugh at that every time.
Zuri, take it. What do you think? Okay,
Remember
since
when Turbo
T-Roy.
fell down the stairs?
Now, the person that fell down the stairs, you called the stuntman. What was peculiar? What was odd about that stuntman?
I think that it was a random chase
Mhm.
between him and the construction workers, and I was like, why did he even take them anyway? Their lunch anyways.
Well, he was just trying to stall them from like busting down Miracles. But did you see when Turbo fell down the steps though? Was it Turbo?
Did that look like Turbo when he fell? When that person fell? It look like probably look like me. Look like me falling, but they tried to make it seem like it was Turbo.
This is what I'm talking about. Turbo had a full-fledged, ready for the world Jerry curl. Why did the stuntman have a low haircut?
Like a baby afro.
Dude, he was tall. He was way tall. It's like Troy playing me. Troy playing my stuntman. He was way taller. And then the camera. Right. The camera tricks wasn't like they stayed on the stuntman like so long where he come from?
Right. Pause and it looked like, oh no.
No.
It should have been like a click.
Oh my God.
Oh, he went upstairs.
This is what we was. This is what I laughed about. Like maybe after 16, 17. Like Troy said, I didn't watch it like 1,500 times. Never laughed at that part until I got old enough to realize this movie was horribly made, but it was the jump back in 1984.
Right.
But
for the budget they got, it's like how you missing this stuff?
Yeah. That was really like my main thing, and okay, that was it. I did want to say when they visited Turbo in the hospital and his girlfriend came out the closet and they was like, how you get in there? And the little kid said, maybe she lives in there.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Just shade real quick.
That was funny, but yeah, man, y'all can go ahead and take it from there. I just wanted to pull out a couple things that really made me laugh. That actually really added prestige to the movie. It's timeless. Like, now that I'm not 11 and 12 and I'm like trying to, like Mugu said, bring out that wallpaper. I didn't actually took wall paneling out my homeboy's garage while he wasn't there. Actually, I was egged on by the rest of the crew, the Breakers. My name was Spider. My signature move was the spider hopping on my head. I used to give it to him. I couldn't always windmill because, we used to have our battles in the garage, and of course, I'm always a taller. I didn't knock down a few things, but it was so good to where you thought breaking, especially in the hospital scene, man, the music and breakdancing brought the dead guy back to life. Pregnant people was breaking, and it was inspiring. It was like, hey man, we got something to do. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3/4 of a cup, and I'm gonna have to give it a shout out. 3/4 of a cup of juicy juice.
Okay.
Juicy.
And then I'm gonna top it off with a shot of Hawaiian punch.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, I got to change.
So I want you to touch on that scene that part you wanted to reenact with what the girl said about Kelly. I think everybody wants to hear it. You want to let everybody?
Go ahead.
So the funny part I really like is when Turbo. So the girl said Ozone said Ozone said to Turbo, "Can you please leave?" And then the girl started talking to him, and she was like, "Stay away from that girl."
She crack up that's like her. Y'all was talking about like bad dialogue.
Yeah.
That's one of them ones.
Yeah, it was like a sentence without like a period. Like she just like you ain't know it was coming.
Stay away from that girl.
That was good.
Yeah, and that was something no African American woman. She wouldn't say it like that, but
Right.
like what we said, hey, they were trying to appeal to a larger audience. Go corporate with the movie and within the movie.
Pop, like it would be like a pop movie. This was more of a pop movie.
It was with the colors, especially the dance routine at the end, the colors. It was a whole show.
Having Dickie a part of it was that crossover.
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly.
Having Kelly was part of that crossover because she's doing ballet.
Yep.
And those type modern dancing type things, and whereas these cats are doing street dancing. All these moves have been thought out and figured out in the street. Period.
Yeah.
Like a lot of moves came from just everyday life. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get on my two hands and I'm gonna hold my whole body up. Yeah. It's like pushing up, like doing push-ups and working out. All this stuff just came from stuff he was doing every day. He just pulled from it.
Yeah.
I think I was more so. I didn't really try to do like windmilling and stuff like that. I think I was more so like the groundwork, like moving the legs. I was more so stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you tried it too, right? You good at it? Oh wow.
I think
We're gonna get us some cardboard. We're gonna get some cardboard.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. But man.
Well, there you go.
Man, the first episode of Juice and Review.
You got it.
Man, with your boy
Critique. Watch your mouth.
Your boy T-Roy.
Let's go.
Your man Mugu. And our special, very special guest, Queen
Zuri was out.
Man, you got something you want to say before we close it out?
Bye.
There it is. Bye. Zuri, what do Mugu usually say at the end of the show? What you got to do? What you got to do?
Pop the balloon.
There you go. Watch your mouth. More, you know what? More younger content coming. So we're about to take this